Hey guys, I am back with a new video today. In today's video, I am playing Warhammer Odyssey. If you guys know, the Warhammer Odyssey had its global launch a couple months ago, and I never made a video on it after my class video on it. And I want to explain to you guys why I haven't been playing Warhammer Odyssey. Now, if you guys enjoy my content, give me a thumbs up. It is free, helps me out a bunch. I really appreciate it. Give me a sub if it's your first time here. I usually do MMO reviews and give my first opinions on mobile MMORPGs and check them out. So let's check out this game right now, and let me talk a little bit about why I haven't been playing Warhammer Odyssey. Now, when I was playing the early access and I was doing my tier list on mobile MMORPGs, I was talking a lot of good stuff about Warhammer Odyssey. And my opinion hasn't changed much about the game. I still think this game is a great game. It has no auto combat. The classes are fun and exciting. Now, for most people, the gameplay feels a little bit slow, but I actually kind of like it because it gives you a little bit of time to think about how to use your skills and how to get into different battles. Now, the difficulty of this game is hard, and they want you to have a lot of time invested and think about your strategies when you go and fight monsters. There's mobs and monsters everywhere. And there's different difficulties depending on the skull level of the enemies, and the harder enemies drop harder items. Now, why I have not been playing it personally is because I still think this game is still far from completion. I think the end game, I really want some dungeons or some type of raids to make me actually excited about the game and check it out. I think the game overall looks amazing, but the end game is lacking. I don't want to burn myself out on grinding mobs and monsters. I think eventually that gets a little bit boring. I feel like the game does need is grinding part of the game where you keep grinding the same dungeons, monster for different drops. But right now, not having a proper end game leaves the game a little lackluster. That isn't completely bad. It just means that this game needs time. Now, if you think about old games like Order and Chaos or Celtic Heroes, they were the best game off the bat. They had a little bigger company and a larger dev team. This game unfortunately doesn't have that. However, they needed a little bit of time before getting to where those games were. And I think that same thing goes for Warhammer Odyssey. I think it still needs time. I will be checking out the game out between like times, but I won't be like full hard grinding it and burning myself out playing it. Now, if you are a classic MMO lover, you like old school fun MMORPGs that are hardcore grindy, and you love that part of MMOs, then definitely this game is for you. And I like that too, but I would like to have some kind of goal, some kind of end game goal, some kind of cool, either a fun fancy epic gear or what do you call it, or some kind of dungeons that I can grind or farm, you know. And that's what I really wanted from this game, was some kind of end game, and it will get there. I'm not saying it won't, but it might take a while. The dev team is super good. They listen to the community, they're active, and they try to make the game as good as they can. But I still think it still has about like a year or half a year to go before it actually starts becoming a really interesting and fun game. Now, you have a lot of time to check it out, grind up characters to the higher levels. They're continuously raising their level cap so it doesn't get too boring, and adding new monsters and hopefully new areas, like this area. I think this area is amazing. Look at that, the green moon in the background. Got the griffins statues. But it's a fun we can meet some people and grind out with them. I grind some I think it's a 5 head star mobs. I haven't fought any of them yet. I think they're really difficult, so they do give you a challenge, but hopefully I will be waiting for the end game dungeons and raids before I really start getting into it. So it's really up to you. I still think this is a great game, so I don't want you guys to take this take out from this that I'm like bashing the game in any way. I still think this is a really good game overall, and has a lot of potential, but I think it's a little too early to get hardcore invested in it right now. I think you will just end up burning out, and that's not, in my opinion, that's not worth it at all. Oh, I got a really good priest head, huh? Not high enough level for this though. Throw away this. And then when it comes to the tier list I made, I still put this game as S tier. I think it's really nice to see a game that is non-auto. I think that is amazing. No auto hardcore grindy MMO is really good. Now when it comes to like the game overall, I could see some improvements in like moving, you know, while attacking more, faster, I mean combat being a little bit faster, but I think we will see some huge improvements on the game later on when they get more into it. I think they kind of might have rushed the release a little bit because a lot of people were pressuring them to do it, but this game, I think the way I would play it right now is that I would play hardcore for like a couple weeks and take a break for a couple months and then come back and play hardcore again for a couple weeks. I think that's basically how you could or should be playing it right now. What's this? Obtain 7 pieces of bark in the trees. I have to go to the trees, huh? I have to go explore. Go explore on the map. But it's a lot of quests and storylines that you can explore right now. So if you want to do that, I can get 5k EXP from this. It's wild. What? Okay, let's go do this. Let's go do this. Yeah, they had a nice forest, some nice mobs and fights that you can get into. There's a lot of classes and they're working good on, I think, balancing the classes and not making two classes too nerfed or too overpowered. But I think it will be like a continuous effort throughout the months coming to make this game really good and really fun to play. Now, again, if you like this style of game right now, when it comes to mobile MMOs on the market, trust me, I know there aren't a lot of good MMOs to choose between. So if you want to spend your time grinding and playing a game, check this game out. I think this is a really good time to get to know the different classes. If you are like playing a class and you leveled up and you maxed out and you're getting bored, always, you know, you can always play another class and check it out and learn the classes before you finally start in like a couple of months when they do add dungeons and they do add raids. So you have a lot of classes to choose between if you want to play you know, the most optimized class and the most needed class later on. Now when it comes to classes, I do think Archmage is a class that will always be good no matter what later on in the game. So if you are looking for my opinion on what class to choose, I think Archmage would be like a really end tier class that you can't go wrong with no matter what if you're looking to just invest and play one game, because again, it is grindy, and if you're gonna be leveling up all classes and all characters, all I'm gonna say is good luck, you know. But I have a lot of fun playing it, but I will be playing more of this game. You won't be seeing a lot of content on this game, maybe some refreshing updates every couple months here and there until I actually start playing the game when I think it is ready to be played, when they do have some really fun content. And to the developers, I really hope they think about some kind of PvP in the game. I think that would be really fun. When I was doing the duels early on, when the early access of the game, I really enjoyed like dueling. So if they like, I know they have said that this is mainly a PvE game, but I like having PvP in a game because when you're bored and you have nothing to do and you just don't want to be doing more PvE, having PvP as an option I think is really good and really great to get your mind off things. So it doesn't have to be anything big. It could be just like a duels optimized a little bit more, or some kind of arena, or some kind of, I think they have like, I don't know, I don't think they call them guilds, but some kind of like battles there, or some tower defense style, I think could be really fun and enjoying for the game. But overall, that is my opinion on Warhammer Odyssey. What I want you guys to take away from this, full screen, my bad. What I want you guys to take away from this video is not that Warhammer Odyssey is a bad game. I think it is a great game with great potential, and it can be really fun, and it does have no auto. And I love how they are focusing on the game and how they're making it out to be. I think the world and everything looks amazing, but I just don't think I will be playing it right now until there is more content to the game. That is it. Okay, don't go out there and say that I trashed the game, because I didn't. I think this game is great. So that is it for my Warhammer Odyssey video. Hopefully this update helped you guys more about my opinion about the game. I think you guys should definitely check it out at least once. If you haven't checked it out at all, definitely check it out. Okay, definitely play a little bit, explore. I think it doesn't take too long to explore a couple of maps, and level up and just see what the game is about. Even though it looks a little bit boring, I think you can easily get immersed in the game and enjoy it for what it is. So check it out if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up or hit the sub button if you guys haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.